Questions?
To what extent do you collaborate with the Project Management Institute, PMI?
Right. I think the answer to that is we don't. Our links are with the Association of Project Managers in the UK. In fact, relatively recently, 2 years ago, we got an award from them for services to project management. Our main links are to RICS and CRME. So we don't have. There will be individuals and members of staff that will have links, but as an institution, we don't have links.
You said that the local teachers and tutors are approved. These are all local based people?
Yes. That's what we're doing is we're providing you with a program that in itself is complete, which you could study as an independent learner. But we think that life is made an awful lot easier as a student if you've got someone in effect to talk to directly, who is able to guide you through that material, help you interpret it. So that's what the staff here will be doing. And they will also be providing an interpretation of it within the local context. So although we do try to make sure our material is of such a nature that it is applicable, there's no guarantee that what works in, say, Bahrain is going to be appropriate in Malaysia or Singapore. A good example of that was they do a specific training package for the Bahrain government, and it includes the construction technology module from the postgraduate course. And they don't like it. We say this is, oh, no, we don't do this. Singapore think it's great. This is what we do. You know, others do so there's not always going to guarantee. What we do is we listen. So we have just gone through a major overhaul of our, I always get it round the wrong way, contracts and procurement module. Postgraduate one is, I think, contracts and procurement, and undergraduate is the other way around. Because what it was based very much on the JCT conditions of contract, which is UK based, UK focused. And it's a very big module as well. And students were struggling with it. So the module leader, the course leader, has actually completely rewritten it and has put options into it. So they, for example, I don't know, do you use FIDIC here? Yeah. So FIDIC now in it. And so it's the JCT still in, FIDIC still in, what's the other? The other one I should know because I was looking at his notes and talking to him about it and I forgot. I'm in electrical engineering, by the way, that's why I didn't really know. So there's a third a second international conditions of contract. The way the module has been written now, the course has been written, is that you wouldn't be looking at individual clause by clause. That's not the purpose of it. It's trying to get the philosophy of procurements and contracts across. Oh, right. No, there's no lab work required. None of the courses that we offer by distance learning require lab facilities. What it does do is sort of like cramp our style in that we can't offer all our programs by distance learning because of that. But our postgraduate courses in general are designed so that lab-based work isn't a requirement. Many years ago, we had an acoustics master's course where we sent kits of sound meters and so on, and students would go around measuring sound at the edge of the road and that type of thing, but it was a cumbersome logistical nightmare, and we usually don't do that anymore. So no, there's no lab work. What I would say about the civil engineering and construction management course, although 50% of it is management orientated, and therefore there isn't a need for an engineering background. You've got what are quite clearly civil engineering modules, such as the urban drainage one, in the other half of the course program. So it's really designed for engineers rather than non-engineers.
So, okay, at least myself is this one. I have a program in structural engineering, but I'm getting my bachelor's in construction. But I think,
Yeah, you should. How long ago did you clean the diploma? Yeah, that will be all right. The reason I was asking the time is because if it had been a number of years ago and you hadn't been using those skills, that would be a little bit concerned. But the diploma in structural should be fine. No, yes. Your colleagues here last night who were inquiring about a bachelor's course in the budget were much more voluble, and they had quite a few section questions. I think actually, although you've been quiet, we've actually covered the areas either in questions or in what myself and Peter said. Got covered last night in the question and answer session.
what are costs that we're looking at?
Costs?
In local currency.
Okay, well, in terms of the program, we're working on insurance. Oh, by the way, this is just for me. The program will run at, for the total, it's about 100 per module. There are about 9 modules. Sorry, 8 modules, sorry. Right. You pay on an installment basis. So, you know, what should we do again? 50%, then 25, 25. Right, over 3 months.
That's per subject, right?
Per subject.
Right. How many subjects in a module you said?
Well, the module is an entire subject.
Oh.
The course, the program, the MSc program has 8 modules, or 8 taught modules. In terms of the dissertation, no. Well, I think Brian and I would have to speak because the problem is, you know, in terms of the dissertation, there is a local component in the sense that you have local supervision, but it's actually assessed.
Right.
We're not required to pay for that.
Sorry?
We're not required to pay for
For dissertation? Yeah, that would be part of it. I mean, I would have to have somebody to
Well,
supervise.
I understand that. So when they're being told that is at 4 modules, then they're paying, say, 400.
Oh, no. Just in terms of the effort to work that you put out, it's really like 4 months. Because we can't promise in a year.
So hold on, let me understand something. So suppose that it's roughly 100K per module.
Right?
8 top modules.
Right?
So that's 800 we're looking at, and you said the payment plan is 50, 30, 20?
No, 50, 25, 25. Remember, it's
25%. Alright. So that extra, that for the dissertation, where does that figure drop in?
No, but that is
so since money has to be paid for that.
right.
Is that required to be paid at the beginning as well, or is that also 50, 25, 25?
No, you pay based on per subject.
Right.
Right. Essentially, when it reaches the dissertation stage, we'll inform you of the cost for the guidance, etc.
Also, we're looking at a semesterization where we pay
Right.
per semester.
Yeah. What happens though, the thing about that art, because we live in Jamaica, because I live in Jamaica, I'm aware of some of the constraints that students might face. So we try to make it as easy as possible for them. You know, so that is why we should consider